I think, okay, I am live. Ugh. Let me pull up my chat. My channel. Hello. Hi, everybody. I'm trying to pull up the chat really fast so that I can see it instead of seeing it on my phone because it's so small. I'm on my phone going live tonight.
I'm going live.
Oh, mute. Okay, there we go. Hi, everybody. It's been so long. It's been so long since I went live, but I wanted to do something at least for a little bit because I haven't been on YouTube really. It's been so crazy. Hi, Mrs. Jones. Is it Jacia? Oh, JC. Gotta love Jones. Hi, Tanisha, Deanna, Just Kaya TV. Hi, y'all. Simone. Hey, girl. Oh, is it Cynthia or Shantia? Thank you for the prayers. I appreciate all the love. We've been just fine, you guys. I have just been kind of busy and tired. um oh, Deanna, it's a lot of silent silent viewers, but you're fine. Thank you for supporting me though. I appreciate it. Hi, Octavia. Hi, Miss Marion. How are you? We missed you this weekend. Mirna, hi. Um, oh, girl, enjoy, or not enjoy work. I'm sorry you gotta go to work, but have a good night at work and we'll catch up later. Lady Ma'am, hello. Natasha, all is well. It is. I've literally just been tired and getting prepared for this baby shower. I had my baby shower yesterday and just kind of getting prepared for family to be in town and stuff. Um, Princess, thank you so much. Hi, Tanika. How are you? I've been praying for your mom and your family. Um, Shamir, the shower was so beautiful. I wanted to make a post on Instagram today, but I've been trying to like call everybody and like thank them because literally, y'all, I don't know. It was so overwhelming and not overwhelming in a bad way. It's just when you've waited so long to like finally have a baby and then it's like actually here and everybody's at your baby shower, it was a bit emotional. And then I hadn't talked to Dion for like maybe a little over a week, and so I told you guys he's deployed, and so I hadn't talked to him at all. And he was the communication on this like came back up, and so I was able to talk to him and he was able to like say hey to some of the family and stuff. So that made me emotional because he called while I was getting ready, and so I was like an hour and a half late because I was just emotional and I need to get myself together. So, but it was beautiful. I'm going to share some pictures on Instagram and Facebook tomorrow, but today I wanted to start the process of like reaching out to everybody and thanking them for all the love and support because I just can't believe that we like finally here, y'all. It's just so uh I can't believe it. So, um Tosin, it's your first time here. Hi, well welcome. Um Tanika, okay, you're hanging in there. That's good to hear. That's so good to hear. And yeah, Shamir, it was beautiful. I'm gonna share more pictures and stuff tomorrow. I know I didn't share much today, but it's still a lot. I still have stuff to like put away. And some of you guys have been like sending gifts from my registry and they're showing up and stuff still. So it's so much stuff I have to just kind of go through. I still want to, I'm going to be doing the virtual shower. I still get questions about that. I've literally just been collecting all the boxes of stuff that's been showing up in my P.O. box and coming to my house from the registry, and I'll sit down and record everything at one time that you guys have sent me that we appreciate. Um, um, Vonica, will there be a vlog of the baby shower? So I tried to do a little bit of vlogging beforehand, and then I gave my little brother my camera so that he can take pictures and record. I have not looked at the footage to see what he got though. So hopefully we have some footage of everything. I know he got like small clips of me like opening gifts and stuff like that, and I actually have those on my phone, but I don't know what the footage looks like that he recorded. So I'll try to put something together to show you guys, but it turned out so beautiful. I didn't have like a vision or nothing, and my cousin and my mom and my whole family, everybody just kind of pitched in, and then my cousin got a decorator, and it was just so pretty. Um, Kiara. Uh, all is well, and I turned 31 weeks on Friday. And on Friday, we also went to do the 4D ultrasound. And according to that ultrasound thing, they're not like medical professionals. And I actually get a growth scan next week on Friday, or this week on Friday. But they were trying to say that he's measuring at 34 weeks, y'all. And I was like, what? He can't be that big. He was measuring a little too big, but we'll see what they say when I go to my growth scan at maternal fetal medicine on Friday. I'll ask them to confirm because 34 weeks just seems like a bit much. um, yes, I enjoyed the shower. It was so much fun. We played well, I didn't play any games, but it was fun watching everybody else act silly and stuff. Um, and it was just so good to just see so many people in one place that have been supporting us on this journey and praying for us and stuff. Just to see everybody together is what I wanted, and it was everything. I didn't get to eat like I wanted to, but it was worth it. I just hugged and loved on everybody all night or all afternoon. Um, Thank you. Where is my um I've been yeah, Tanika, my registry, I didn't do like a full on like, hey, here's my registry, but it has been in the description box of my previous videos and stuff. I just put it there, and because certain people were asking, and so I just let them know like, hey, here's the link here. Um because I got a lot of questions about it, but I didn't make a big old announcement about it at all. But yeah, Amber, that's my sister. My sister just got home from they came up from Florida and they just made it back home to Florida. Love you, Amber. Go get some rest. That was a long ride. It's like 8.5, 9 hour ride back to Florida. Oh, Tanika said hit the like button. I always forget about that part. Yeah, hit the like button if you are here. Show me and baby both some love. My belly is so big now. I know you guys haven't seen it probably. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you probably won't see it because I post a lot more on Instagram. I try to at least. Um, but my belly has grown a lot, and he is heavy. Um, yes, he is gonna be a big, big boy. But I had a dream. If you follow me on Instagram and my stories, like in the first trimester, I had a very vivid dream of a baby boy who was so chunky with a head full of curly hair, and he had big bright eyes, and my husband would not let me hold him or touch him, and he just hogged him. And so now that I've seen his face on the 4D ultrasound, I'm like, that's my baby. That's the baby I dreamed about. It was so surreal just seeing his face, and how much he already like looks like his dad to me. Like as soon as his face came up on the screen, like I had my family come because my mother-in-law, my mother, both live out of town, so I wanted them to like be a part of something while they were here. Um, but as soon as his face came up on the screen, the whole room was like, "Oh my God, he looks just like Dion," and he does. He does. I'll stand up at the end and give like a full on bump. I get kind of tired. I can do a little bit, but y'all, I'm hurting a whole lot. But he's big. So you can see he's really, really big. We're in pajamas because I just got out the shower a little while ago. The last of my family, or Dion's side of the family, just left to go back home to Atlanta a little while ago. And I started feeling sick. It's like my throat is hurting right now. My ear is aching, and I'm having some body aches and stuff. So I'm probably coming down with something. Um, so I just took a shower to like unwind and ate some soup and stuff. But yeah. Um, let's see. Let's see. Yes, we are very, very happy. But I wanted to give you guys an update too while I was on because um, I recorded a bump date, and the footage, when I put it on the computer, it was all blurry. And I was like, I can't put this out. And that was supposed to be out like 2 weeks ago, where it was pretty much like catching you guys up from my last bump date. But I wanted to let you guys know, well, I think it was from 23 weeks because I had notes from that video. Yeah, it was 23 weeks to 27-week pregnancy update, and I'm 31 weeks now. But the video footage was just terrible, and I didn't want to put that out. So, um, at 23 weeks, we did our belly cast, which you guys got to see that video, and we also did our own maternity photos, which I've shared on Instagram and Facebook a whole lot. Um, Week 24, I didn't have like any pregnancy, nothing going on that week. It was actually a pretty good week as far as symptoms are concerned. Week 24, though, I started to feel him have hiccups, and it was a strange sensation because it was like the first times I could feel his whole body at one time or feel him like move in two different spaces at once. It was so strange. Um, at week 25, I started experiencing Braxton Hicks. I had issues with kidney stones again, and that actually has, oh no, that was the last time. I had kidney stones again, and I found out the day that Kobe Bryant died, actually. I was in the hospital that day, and I passed 2 kidney stones that day, and then baby's heart rate was super fast, and they thought he was in distress. And Lord, y'all, I thought we was gonna have, what was that? Well, that was week 26 when I went in and Kobe Bryant passed, and I thought they were going to try to take him, but we were being monitored by like 4 different doctors. It was just, they didn't tell me at the time. They didn't tell me until it was at the end when he was able to like regulate his heart rate on his own, and it stayed that way. But they thought he was in distress, and they thought they were going to have to like admit me and take him, and I was just like, oh no, no, no. It was just too much. And then hearing about Kobe Bryant and his daughter, I was just a mess that day. It was just so emotional. I had to cut off social media for a little bit because it was just too much. Um, I also got diagnosed with gestational diabetes. I think I mentioned it on Instagram, but you guys haven't heard that part. I have gestational diabetes, and I have to take my blood sugar 4 times a day now, which is probably also why baby's measuring a little bit bigger. So I'm being monitored really, really close. As of now, I have 2 appointments this week, and I've started taking prenatal classes and stuff too. But I do my blood sugars. I do a fasting one in the morning. I do one 2 hours after breakfast, 2 hours after lunch, and 2 hours after dinner. So I've been trying to regulate it with my diet so far, and so far I've been doing pretty good. But they did tell me as my placenta grows, as I get closer to the end of pregnancy, it may be harder to regulate my blood sugars with with diet, and I'm starting to see some of those changes a little bit in my numbers. So I may start talking to my doctor about starting metformin this week. Um, just because I really don't want to give myself insulin shots. I'm not ready. Y'all know when we were doing fertility treatments, Dion had to give me my shots. And I pricked my finger, and I have to like set the little pricker on my fingertip and then turn my head away and just push the button to prick it because I can't watch myself do it. I don't know. It's just, and I've been doing it for a few weeks now. Um, I also started having at 6 weeks. Headaches started back up and they've subsided now. But I've also started having really, really, really bad heartburn. And when we saw him on Friday, if that hair thing is true, it explains a lot because he has a whole lot of curly hair from what we could see in the ultrasound. Um, that heartburn and indigestion. And um, on week 26 is when his kicks got a lot more intense too, where I really started to like feel him like punching, and it felt like he was just like like stomping on my cervix because he was breech, and he kept flipping back and forth from being breech to head down, breech to head down. But he's really, really low now, and his head is like really low in my pelvis. That Friday when we got our ultrasound done, I had to drink a Dr. Pepper and like pretty much twerk to get him to like move around and change his position so that we could get pictures of his face because he's deep down in my pelvis, like he's ready to come. Let me see. What else? Since week 27, week 27, constipation is still a thing for me. Well, not really. It's actually gotten better. But Tux have been my best friend. And then I did take I take stool softeners as needed. I don't like taking them every day. I've also been put on iron and vitamin C too because my iron was low. And so I take a baby aspirin, iron, vitamin C, prenatal, vitamin D3. I have to take those every day, and then I have to prick my fingers 4 times a day. So that's what I do now. Um, Swelling, y'all. I can't wear any rings. My hands are so swollen. If you saw my pictures from the baby shower yesterday that I did post on my Instagram stories, my ankles, it's just like one from my feet up to my knees is all like one size. I bought heels to wear. I just knew I was going to get dressed and wear heels one more time. My feet wouldn't get in nothing. I tried on like 5 pairs of shoes, and my brother, my baby brother, was so sweet trying to like shove my feet in shoes, and it was not working. So I finally pulled out these Rihanna Fenty Pumas that I've had for like 2 or 3 years or something. I've never worn them, and they kind of matched the dress, so I was able to get into those. But by the time I got to the shower, I had to kick those off, and then I just wore my slippers for the rest of the shower, and I hated it, but it made it so much easier to get around because my feet were hurting so bad from the swelling, and my hands. But a lot of people, when I mention swelling, they always think like, oh, is it preeclampsia or something like that. Every time I go to the doctor, my blood pressure is perfect. I don't know what's happening, but the swelling is so, so bad. And it drives me a little bit insane because I can wake up in the morning, and as soon as I put my feet on the ground, they hurt. And I go to the bathroom, I can walk to the back door to let the dogs out, and then my feet are just like poof, like, and they're just swollen all day. And it's like, I can't just lay down all day. I have things to do. So that's been another thing. Um, and my sleep patterns are off again. So I wake up between 2 and 4 in the morning, usually every morning. Although I went to bed at like 12:30 or midnight to 1 in the morning this morning, and I slept until about 7:15 this morning. So I got a good stretch of sleep finally. Um, but I definitely am back to the first trimester needing my naps and stuff. So I take naps and stuff throughout the days now. And like I have a lot of lower back ache now that I've hit like 29 weeks, 30 weeks. I started having a lot more lower back pain and sciatic nerve pain. So it hurts down my leg and stuff. So I take it really, really easy. I try not to do too much, but now that the shower is over, I can really, really rest. And my weekly like outings are only when I go to appointments. My prenatal class is a 5 week series, so I just started the first day last week, and so I go for my second part this week, and it's like broken down into different topics every week. And I go to therapy still every single week. I actually have to go tomorrow, but yeah, I try not to do too much. I don't walk around grocery stores. I'm at the point where I just do my order online, and then I go pick it up and they just put it in my trunk for me. And then my dad doesn't live far from me, so he comes over here and he brings my groceries in the house, and I pick up light stuff or stuff that needs to go in the refrigerator, but for the most part, he comes over here and does things for me that I need to get done, to help me out if I don't have anybody here to do things for me since Dion is gone or whatever. But um, I'm taking it easy. Baby does a lot of moving and flipping and changing my stomach shape all the time. That's been something to be able to like see his whole body like bulge out on one side of my stomach. And then when I rub it or touch him, I start talking to him, he'll like move like I don't like that. So he's very stubborn. And um he doesn't like being touched, I don't think, right now. Or he doesn't like that, or something about the sensation. He ends up just moving away from it. But he does. I do use belly buds. I haven't mentioned it up here, but I talked about it on Instagram. I use belly buds every now and then just to play him music. But that's also his way, Dion's way of bonding with him since he's away on deployment. So Dion gives me a little short playlist for maybe like 10 or 15 minutes, of a few songs. And I have recordings of Dion on my phone, and so I'll play that stuff to get him used to like hearing music and stuff. And it's interesting to see which songs like he'll respond to. Like Dion loves, excuse me, I'm burping, the gas is another thing. But Dion loves Marsha Ambrosius and Flowetry, and he gave me a few songs, and Getting Late was one of the songs that he gave me to play him. And he really liked that song. He really perked up and was like moving around and stuff to that song. But Marsha Ambrosius is Dion's girlfriend, so he was very happy that his son likes her too, apparently. But he likes hearing Dion's voice too. I think he's really starting to get used to me playing that one. So, like the recordings of Dion's voice, he's gotten used to hearing it. So, he moves around when I play that too. Like, oh, that's familiar. So, that makes me feel better too. That Dion won't be a complete stranger if he isn't able to make it back for the birth. Um, and when he comes back from deployment, he'll know Dion's voice. Um, Let me go. I'm going back up the chat so I can see. I saw some of you were sending messages. Um, she said, "Woo, child, it looks like you hurt." Yes, he is heavy. I do. I swap. Well, I use mostly one band. Um, Aeroflow, where you get the free breast pump, and that's another thing. I got my breast pump and stuff already. But Aeroflow, where you get the free breast pump, they have they can call your insurance and get you like compression stuff. So they are sending me like compression socks, and then the postpartum support compression band. and they sent me a belly band to like keep him lifted, and it's by the Motif Healthcare, the brand that makes the Motif Luna breast pump, which is the one that I got. They that band is my favorite out of all of the ones that I have. It's I wore it in my at my baby shower yesterday, so if my stomach looks like it's sitting up, that's why. But for the most part, me and my cousin agree that it seems like he kind of dropped a little bit, um, because he's heavy. um, T Lamb, thank you for the prayers. Yeah, I don't feel terrible, terrible, but I just, you know how you feel like something is just coming down, and my throat is just, it just hurts really bad. It's only on one side though, and this ear hurts. So I just been drinking tea and doing cough drops and eating soup. And so I'll see how I feel tomorrow. But if I feel achy and stuff still, I'll just go in to the labor and delivery triage thing, because nobody's ever there. It's always in and out, and they can just make sure I'm not getting the flu or nothing again, so we can get something started for it. 'Cause I don't like being sick. Um, yes, it's worth every minute. I'll take all the pain and everything else to know that he will be here in a few short weeks. We're down to the single digits now. So I feel like I'm really on baby watch, especially since he's so big. I'm just like my hospital bag is packed. And I plan on recording it. It's just where I record is upstairs. And I try not to go up and down the stairs too much lately, because my dogs were coming up and down, and one of them tripped me, and I almost fell backwards down my steps, and I had to catch myself on the wall and like be, using muscles and stuff now that you're not used to using anymore, trying to catch yourself from falling. Everything was hurting, so I try not to go up and down the stairs too much, but I plan on going and doing some bulk filming and editing, so I can get some stuff out, because I've recorded quite a bit actually. I just need to edit it and get it out, and then I just have other videos like the nursery tour and what's in my hospital bag. After I get all his stuff from the baby shower and stuff organized, I'll do what's in his hospital bag and his coming home outfit and all that stuff. I have like all the video ideas up here. They just need to be executed at this point. Um, Tanika says she believes the hair and heartburn connection. What I do, I take Pepsid right now, but it doesn't give me relief like I need. Like I took some earlier, and it just felt like fire was just all up and through here. I was struggling earlier today with it, so I just drink a lot of water. When I go on Wednesday to my OB, I'm gonna ask her for some, like, to recommend something else, because I don't like milk. I see a lot of people say milk or almond milk. I'm allergic to almonds, so I don't even mess with that. Um, but I don't know. I don't know what to do to get this heartburn over with. Like it is terrible. I had indigestion in the beginning of pregnancy. That has nothing on this heartburn that I have right now. It is the worst. Um, yes, he is having a he is having a ball. It's strange when I see him like morph, and I feel like, oh, I can feel him on my right side, and then like an hour later it's like his whole body has moved to the left side. Um, Shay, I'm not exactly sure how low my iron was. My doctor, she'll tell me some stuff if I really, really ask for it, but a lot of times she doesn't like for me to get caught up on numbers and stuff. She's just like, hey, this is what's going on. You know, you need iron or whatever. Here, I'm putting in iron supplements and stuff. When it came to like my blood sugars, when I failed the glucose test, she did give me numbers. My blood sugar for the 1 hour test was at like 192 or something like that. And so that was way, way too high. And then I came back and did the 4 hour test, and I failed all four tests, 3 hour tests, because you do, they have you, they check your blood, um, they check your blood before you take the drink, and then once you take the drink, they test you for an hour later, and then an hour after that, and then an hour after that. So I spent 4 hours in the hospital that day doing those tests, and I just failed all of those too. So I didn't even really bother to ask. I was just like, let me just work on my diet so that we can get it under control. And in the beginning, it was cool, but it's changing now. So we'll see. Um, oh, is it Say Desiree Love? You're deployed right now too. I'll be praying for you. Say what? Oh, I don't know if you're a sailor. What is it? Safe winds, traveling seas, traveling winds, safe seas, or something like that. I don't know the saying. I should know better. But be safe out there. Um. Oh, it jumped on me. Hold on, let me go back. Um. Oh, Gracie said her sister's having a baby too. Mm. Safe delivery to her sister if her baby does come. I'm so ready. Like, I want him to come, but I'm like, I want you to be really ready to come. So I don't want I don't want to rush the process, but I am like getting really excited that he'll be here soon. Um, yes, things are getting a lot better. I can manage. Um, Deanna, thank you for going back and watching some of the videos. I appreciate the support. Um, Say Desiree. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, I appreciate you thinking of us and showing love. Um, it's all in his time, and yes, Baby Bo is coming. I can't wait to see him. And Bo is on our name list of names that we are thinking about for him. Dion kind of has a name, like this is going to be his name, but I still want to see him before we make an official decision on his name. High prolactin levels. Um, okay. Is I think it's Tracy. Um, yeah, I would probably. I think I did wait until my prolactin levels were regulated before we started trying again. I had to take cabergoline. I took it for 2 months before we started trying again, just to make sure my levels were under control. But there are some people that I know who have started cabergoline, and they started fertility treatments at the same time, and things have worked out for them. So I would definitely just kind of go with what your doctor thinks is best for you as far as regulating your prolactin levels and trying to conceive. Voyage Flower. I am 31 weeks. I just entered my 8th month of pregnancy, which is crazy to say, y'all. Oof. It is so crazy to say. Um, Hi, Love and Naps. How I'm fine. Let me see. Oh, Kayla said, oh, yeah, it is. It was frustrating, and I was scared at first, but that's also why I didn't mention anything at first, because I was like, let me just figure everything out. I went to a gestational diabetes class and a diabetic nutrition class and stuff too at the hospital, and I just took in so much information from my doctors and stuff, and so I was able to kind of get an idea of how it could be managed, and then they also made me feel like it's not as bad as it seems. It was just more of like getting used to like pricking my fingers and stuff, and that's not bad. I just I just don't like to prick myself or stick myself at all. But it's not as bad as, well, I won't say that because some people do have bad experiences, just because they may have other things going on. But for me, it is not as bad as I always thought it would be to have gestational diabetes. It's frustrating sometimes too when I can't have what I want. But yesterday, that whole thing kind of went out the window, and I had me a piece of cake and I had a donut, and it was good, and I've been waiting for it. So I was like, I've been doing good with my diet. I'm having this sugar. So they told me, it's okay. They don't want me to feel like I'm on a diet. I have to like restrict myself. I kind of just do that stuff for my peace of mind. Um, so that I know I'm doing what I have to do for my baby. But yesterday, that sugar was good, and I don't regret it at all. um, Let me go through. Oh, I don't like going to the labs anymore after this long infertility journey. Like I never had issues with getting blood drawn or shots or anything until now. I'm just kind of worn out. My arms have so many spots and stuff. Like I've been doing drugs. It's crazy. Um, Tums and Mylanta. Tums don't work at all for me for heartburn or indigestion anymore. At this point, I eat it if I have them just because it tastes like some flavor. Because all I can have is like water for the most part. Um, But yeah, this boy probably has a whole bunch of hair. Well, not probably, he does. I'm just interested to see how long it's gonna be, and I'm not surprised. I don't know. I don't know. Well, actually, I have my baby picture. I'll show you. Um, this one. I have a stack of pictures right here, but here is my baby picture. And that part, I asked my mom, like, who put this part in my head? And she was like, that part was natural. You came out with a part in your hair like that, and we just kept it there. But I had a head full of hair, and Dion's newborn picture like this, he has a head full of hair too. So, um, I'm not surprised that the boy has hair. I think I have Dion in here somewhere. Oh, here's Dion's. This is Dion's newborn picture. He has a head full too. So have, both of us were born with headfuls of hair. So he's definitely gonna be like his parents, and he's just gonna look like his daddy probably. Um, Doctor. Um, I used. I'm talking to Tracy Hall. I see your question about the bromocriptine. I took cabergoline, and my prolactin levels. I went back to the endocrinologist after 6 weeks of taking the cabergoline, and my levels were lowered and in a normal range. I didn't start fertility treatments until the following month after that. So it took me about 8 or 9 weeks, because I know I was waiting on my cycle and stuff too, and that was like May when we started our first fertility treatment after I took cabergoline, and I actually overstimulated, so my treatment got canceled. Well, my IUI got canceled that month because we had way too many follicles. June, we did our first IUI and it failed. July, we did our second IUI and it failed. I did a follow up with my endocrinologist just to check my thyroid levels and stuff. Um, and then at that point, I also asked to start metformin just to help with my blood sugar levels, just because I knew that I was teetering like borderline pre diabetic at that time, too. Um, and that appointment was on July 23rd. I started taking the metformin like July 26th or something like that, because that's what my cycle was, and we conceived in August. So I hope that makes sense. Hi, Veronica. Um, you're welcome. Um, how many pounds were you, and how many pounds were Dion at birth? I was born a month early, which is why I was also saying that I feel like I'm on baby watch right now because my mom had preeclampsia twice, once with me and I'm her first, and with my brother. And we I was a month early and I was like 6 pounds. And Dion, I believe his mom was full term with him, and Dion was almost 10 pounds. And then my father was about 13 pounds. It's 12 or 13 pounds or something like that when he was born. So um, I guess pretty big babies are just kind of gonna run in the family. So yeah. Thank you. Your daughter had a part too. Yeah, I was surprised that my hair was as straight as it was. It had a little bit of curl, like a curly mohawk, and then the sides were pretty straight because now I have like really tight, thick, coarse hair, and it is nothing like that. Nothing like that now. She looked like Superman curl. You are silly. Um, yeah, thank you. Chandler, Stacy, thank you. I'm working on it. Hopefully, it gets worked out this week. I haven't been too bad. I just woke up with a sore throat and my ear hurt, and it was like, what in the world is happening? Um, she said, no wonder he's measuring at 34 weeks. Yeah, he's gonna be big. He was measuring at 19 weeks when I went for my anatomy scan. He was already measuring 8 days ahead then, which is why they scheduled me for my growth scan at 32 weeks because I know a lot of people might get it at 36 weeks if they get one. Um, but they knew then that they wanted to monitor how big he was getting. But now that I have gestational diabetes, they really want to keep a close watch on how big he's growing and stuff now too. So yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm reading Tracy's message. Your on metformin, iron pills, and now your prolactin is out of whack, which they weren't doing last year. Yeah, your prolactins can go up and down. Sometimes they can be in normal range. Sometimes they can just be on the higher side. Um, I know, I think your prolactin levels can be also affected by like nipple stimulation and something else. Something like simple like nipple stimulation can make your prolactin levels go high. So I mean, if you are concerned about it or just want to have it monitored, ask your doctors about just kind of checking it at another time to see if it's fluctuating or something like that. Because it could have just been caught at a time where it might have been a little bit higher. You never know. She said, Khadijah. One of my babies was 9 pounds, 5 ounces at 40 weeks. Oh, wow. Wow. 9 pounds. Now, if he's at this point, according to my app, he's supposed to gain like a half a pound a week. So it might be he might be about 9 pounds if I go full term, but I doubt that I'll go full term at all. Um, I doubt. Well, I know I'm not going full time. I won't say I doubt, but I'm not going full term. But did you have them vaginally or that 9 pound baby vaginally? That's a question because my dad said that when my grandma had him, she thinks that she died. She was like, all I blacked out, and I just remember seeing a pretty like field of bright green grass, and then I came to and you were here. And I was like, I could imagine if you gave natural birth to a 13-pound baby, that would probably kill me too and take me out of here because, woo, Jesus. I think he was her biggest baby too. I don't know what my siblings were, but I believe for my mother-in-law, Dion and his sister were pretty big babies too. Yeah, my dad was 13 pounds. Yes, 13 pounds. And yeah, now he was like me. Well, I was like him, I guess, and we were really like lean and slim and slender and stuff, but he was a very fat baby. Okay, the 9 pound baby was a C section. Oh, and you did get to have a VBAC. I have a friend who's going to try for a VBAC for her second. I hope that works out for her. He was 22 and a half inches long. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I wonder, I can't wait for this growth scan now where I get like an official, like, measurement of his body and stuff like that, because the 3D 4D place, the girl was doing it and it was just kind of calculating things on the screen based on like the measurement she took, but she's not the doctor, so I'm just kind of like, oh, we'll see. But when she said it, I think it was like 34 plus 4 that she said he was measuring, and I was just like, what? I was 31 weeks exactly on Friday. How is he measuring 34 plus 4? That was crazy. Sorry, I'm all burping. I didn't even eat a lot today because of my heartburn, and then my throat was hurting, so I wasn't really in the mood for food. Um, okay. You're welcome, Tracy. I hope everything is but I have elected to um go for a C-section. But that's because of my health um issues that I have personally. I know everybody has their opinions about it, which is why I didn't really want to like go into it, but my doctor, based on like my health, she was just like, I kind of agree, or not kind of, she agreed that it might be best um, for me to have a C-section. But of course, she was trying to originally push for me to just try for, well, actually an induction. And I was going to only get induced because my husband is deployed, and we were going to try to schedule an induction so that he could be on the phone, at least to be on the phone while I was giving birth. It's kind of like what they'll help you do, like being on, because my OB is military and I go to a military hospital and stuff, and so they try to do things to kind of help you with including your deployed spouse and stuff, or your deployed partner. And yeah, that was the original kind of plan. Like, okay, I can be induced, but inductions I know can take like 2 days, and it's like he can't just be sitting on the phone for 2 days. Or so, but based on like health concerns for me and my doctor and Dion, because I did talk with him too and asked him like what he thought about it. We all just decided that um, a C-section would be best, so that's what I'll be doing. Um, yeah, that lady was a bit off. I didn't measure 31 a few days before. 31 is just what my app says I am. I'm 31 weeks, but I haven't been measured. Um, I haven't been like, he hasn't been like measured or anything like that to say I was 31 weeks. I was just going off of my app. But she did the little, um, when you get the ultrasound, she did the little measurement thing. I'm doing this because they click on one spot and then it creates a line, and they click on the spot where it ends. So if they're measuring my arm, they'll click here, and then they click here and it creates a line, and then it generates a number for what that measurement works for. I don't know. It's something, but I'm just like, she not a doctor, but that was a lot. 34 weeks. Um, she said, I remember when you took your pregnancy test, and the next thing you gave, yes. Yes, I actually just watched that video last week because I was missing him and I wanted to see him in live action, and I hadn't heard from him in a long time and I hadn't heard his voice and stuff. So I watched that video back just so and I skipped through everything else just so I could get to his part, just so I could hear him talk and stuff and just kind of see him in live action, which is why I like YouTube for that reason, because I can always go back and see him, because I miss him a whole lot. I miss him a whole lot. And then when he's emailing me, sometimes he's missing out on everything and things are getting really real. And he's like, man, I just want to be at home. I'm missing everything, and I want him to be at home, and it's just so emotional. um, oh yeah, I would definitely let Tracy. I would definitely let the doctor go. Bedside manner. Look, I remind doctors before we get started. This is a partnership. I don't work for you. You work for me at this point. And if you can't be my partner and hear me out and we can't have conversations about what I feel and you give me your professional opinion but actually hear me, we're not gonna work. Sorry. Um she said my healing sucked for my C-section, but I know a lot of women said theirs was easy. Um, I hear like mixed stories. I hear a lot of people say if it's planned, it's a whole lot easier. But it's hard when you have been through like a long labor and then you have to get an emergency C-section. I heard it's really hard to recover after that. But for me, my parents know that that's what I'm doing. And they all agree based on like health stuff. I won't go into everything because I don't want people feeling like because we have some of the same things that you feel like you also will have to have a C-section or whatever. Everybody is different. So I won't get into it, but um, my family is gonna definitely be here to help me out and like live with me and stuff. At least I think for the first month they'll be here to help me. Everybody kind of has their plan on when they plan on coming and staggering when they're coming and stuff like that, and when they're taking off of work to help me. So everybody is on board to help me get through the process, and it's just kind of something that I'm mentally preparing myself for. I know it won't be easy, but it's something I have to do because he has to come out at this point. Will the gestational diabetes go away after birth, and will it affect the healing of the scar? I don't know about it affecting the healing of the scar, but from my understanding, once the gestational diabetes is because my placenta can't filter sugars or something properly to the baby, so his insulin has to kick in and work a little bit harder than it should have to. Um, so once the placenta comes out, the gestational diabetes is over pretty much. But from my understanding, from other people who have had gestational diabetes after they deliver, they just come and monitor your blood sugars just to make sure your body is kind of starting to regulate, but your baby also has to be tested and checked often, and he may or may not need a little bit of time in the NICU, just to be monitored or whatever. So I'm kind of mentally preparing myself for that part too, but I'm not afraid of C-section. I'm not afraid of the whole birth process or how everything's going to go. And I think it's too because my friend is a postpartum nurse at the hospital I'm going to be giving birth at. And whether she's at work or not, she's going to be around or there or something. But she's also been helping me with what to expect at the same time. So I'm not walking in blind. And then I have a good relationship with my OB. and she's also pregnant and stuff too. So she's been very good about explaining things to me really, really well. And I also have an appointment just all about C-section prep and like what they're going to do and how soon they're going to do it and all those things. So I feel like I have a lot of support, and I'll be getting a lot of information, so I won't be walking into the situation blind at all. So I'm just kind of ready to just go in here and do it and knock it out, and get back up and moving so that we can go and live our life. um yes, I have to catch up on Mariah's videos, y'all. I haven't been watching any YouTube really. I haven't really had time. So I have a lot to catch up on like a lot of channels and stuff. I haven't been on like watching YouTube really. I just feel like I've been all over the place, and now it feels like my appointments are every 5 seconds. Now my stepmom goes to my appointments with me, and she's like, oh, it feels like we going all the time now. I was like, we are. I feel like it's every week we're at the hospital. But if I have to start taking insulin, I'll have to start going 3 times a week for non-stress tests. um Hi, Jacinda. um Yeah, she said hers was emergency. Yeah, my friend did 17 hours of labor and trying to push and all that stuff, and ended up needing an emergency C-section. And she was like, her recovery was hard. Um, but she's also a postpartum nurse and stuff too. So yeah, she kind of she had a little bit of a rough time, and then she sees a lot of different cases and stuff too. So she's been able to give me a lot of feedback too. Yes, Deanna, I have a very good support system. I have my mom, my stepmom, my mother-in-law, my dad, my cousin. My cousin also works at the hospital I'll be delivering at. Like, my phone is giving me my bedtime reminder that is gonna set my alarm for 8 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, we have a lot of support, and I need it, and I appreciate all of their support. Um, Babies are a little larger with gestational. Yes, babies are a little bit larger with gestational diabetes, which is why they want to do growth scans, and just kind of, I'll be getting ultrasounds and stuff um, a lot more often. But I feel like my doctor kind of gives me ultrasounds a little bit more often because she knows my journey and stuff. Um, and I don't know, she just kind of spoils me. We're like best friends. So she gives me ultrasounds all the time. And some people in the beginning, I remember somebody was like, TRICARE is not going to let you get all these ultrasounds, because I was explaining to people like my pregnancy might be different from yours. You know, don't compare, and how often I'm getting ultrasounds to when you are. And this girl just told me how I was wrong, and TRICARE wasn't going to do all these things. And I was like, I pretty much had an ultrasound at every single appointment except for two. Like, they spoil me, and I appreciate it because I get to see my baby all the time. Um, yeah, well, for me, I'm reading the rest of your question, Tanika. So for me, from what I've read, everybody says that their baby was a little bit bigger. I think only one person was like, oh, they said my baby was going to be like 8.5 pounds, and the baby was like almost 7 pounds or something. So they were awesome. But I had a friend who just had a baby with gestational diabetes, and he was on the bigger side too. And he's so chunky and cute. And I just, oh, every time I see him, I want to reach through the phone and just snatch him up. He's so cute. Um, Thank you for the prayers, though, for a safe and healthy delivery. I'm sure everything will be fine. I'm not. Somebody asked me that. Are you afraid of birth and um like the delivery and all that stuff? I've waited so long. I just I don't know. My main thing is like get the baby here healthy, safe and sound. All the other stuff, I'm not even like worried about. I don't think about. It doesn't keep me up at night or nothing. Um, that's not my biggest thing. Is I just want to make sure I'm prepared to go when it's time to go. And I like that I will be having a planned C-section because I do have my dogs and stuff. So I can put them away at dog daycare and I don't have to worry about them because I don't want no dramatic, oh, my water broke. I mean, it can still happen, but I don't want to wait around for that water breaking or labor just to spontaneously start, and then I got to start figuring out stuff. I like things to be a little bit more controlled and planned. So if I can go and drop my dogs off at daycare, leave them there for a few days, I don't have to worry about who's taking care of them, and family being in and out trying to take care of me and check on me, and also running back and forth to my house and checking on my dogs and stuff. I don't want nobody to have to do that. Um, Especially if Dion can't come. If he's home, I wouldn't even do all that stuff. But I don't know. I just like the idea of having some kind of control, and that could come from dealing with infertility and feeling like you have no control whatsoever. Um, and now being able to have some control. I actually like it. Yeah, I know it's not some people's cup of tea, but hey, you have to do what you have to do for yourself. Um, Thinking about documenting my TTC journey through YouTube to help anyone. That would be awesome. That's awesome. I always support. If you do start your channel, please let me know because I'll follow along and support you. Um, but I like when people want to share because it helps other people see, like, look, there are more and more people just like me dealing with this. I don't have to live in silence about it. I don't have to be feeling any shame around it or whatever. And then it helps other people too because I know the few people that I did find when I was struggling, it helped some. And it was healing for me too. Um, when I started sharing, I shared because I needed to get in front of my fears of coming up on the anniversary of my first miscarriage. Oh, not the anniversary, the what would have been my due date. And just kind of putting it out there and sharing and then getting so much feedback from everybody. Like, so many people around me had been suffering or dealing with miscarriages or something, and it was just kind of like everybody is like living in silence about it. And once I started sharing, it was almost like, I don't know, the burden just kind of felt a little bit less and less and less. Just because it was like so many people starting to come along to say, hey, I'm dealing with this too. And I was able to talk to other people about how they were coping, how they were managing things. And it's just so, it was helpful for me. So if you do, Tracy, decide to start your journey with YouTube, sharing your journey, please let me know. Um, Shay wrote, her sister had gestational diabetes and she was 4 pounds. Oh, oh, she was small. 4 pounds. Yeah, I now if he comes out 4 pounds, we're gonna be in good shape. We won't be so big. I'm just kind of like, I'm glad I didn't do a whole bunch of like newborn clothes shopping. I did more 0 to 3 months because I'm like, I don't know what size he's gonna come out. And I did have a dream that he was born and he was wearing 3 month size at birth. So I was like, oh Lord, he'll be big as a house if he comes out like that. Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad that both of them got to come home together too. She said, thanks, I work on it this week. Yeah, just make sure you let me know. Reach out to me and let me know so I can subscribe and follow on your journey and support you like you support me. Um, Yeah, you went back to. Yeah, I look at pictures and stuff too. I have some here, and I tried. Like I was like, oh, I wanted to have pictures of like the beginning, and this is like pictures like this when I thought like, oh, I got a baby bump, and then now I'm like, now I actually have something going on. But it's interesting. I went and printed these pictures out so that I can put them in a book. Um, but like here, I just thought I was so bloated and I had no idea. This was the the day before I found out that I was pregnant. And I was like, this dress fits me like a glove. And now I'm sitting here all bloated. I had shapewear on. I was so frustrated. My body felt like it weighed 50 extra pounds. And I was like, I don't understand what's going on. And the next night, I found out this baby was here. And like as soon as I found out, this was the night that I found out that I was pregnant. So this was my first bump shot here. Um, and I was tiny. I was tiny, and it was funny watching my stomach too, cause I had like a natural, like shape to my stomach where I kind of had a little bit of abs, and to see it kind of grow out has been interesting too. Here's me at 4 weeks pregnant. And now it's just out there and heavy. And my body is changing. My skin is changing. That's another thing. I don't know if I mentioned to you guys. Nobody talks about this skin change stuff. I have so many new moles around here and coming up on my forehead. I don't know if you can see it some, but all these moles, I have so many moles on my face now. They're like coming on my hand. I have a big one like this on the bottom of my foot. These moles can't, they're on my neck, and then, well, you can see it some. It looks like I have a suntan, but this is apparently the pregnancy, mask of pregnancy or something like that. All this dark, and my neck got so dark. And I was like, oh no, I was supposed to wear a white dress that was like off the shoulder for my baby shower. And I ended up finding the dress that I have, which I loved, and it was so comfortable. But I felt so much better because it kind of covered things up. And then I just had to like bring my makeup down to kind of even things out. But y'all, these skin changes and stuff, I am ready for this to go away. I don't like this part of pregnancy, the skin changes and stuff, and my nose is like 3D. It's so big now. And people point it out all the time. um will I do a nursery reveal? Yes. I just wanted to wait till after the baby shower so that I could really complete everything. Like it, I mean, the nursery is pretty much done. I The only thing I didn't really have in there was like his sound machine and the changing pad. And I was waiting because I had the changing pad on my registry, so I was waiting to see because everybody was like, "Oh, you have to wait. You got to stop buying stuff." So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna wait." But my phone has 20% left. But I was like, I mean, I'll wait. But that was like the last thing really that I need, like my changing pad on his dresser and stuff. And I can film it. I'll probably be able to film it by the end of the week or next week. I'll be probably filming the nursery tour or whatever and explaining everything in there because it's the sweetest room in the whole house. And everybody was stopping by yesterday and going and looking in there, even though now it's just full of gifts and then the boxes from my Amazon registry that you guys sent. So it's just kind of cluttered in there right now. So I have to get all that stuff put away and organized, and then I can record it. Um, Took a long time to heal, but you wouldn't change a thing about it. Yeah, and I hear some people who gave birth vaginally and their bodies changed down below that say they wish they would have elected to just have a C-section too. I think it just depends on the person. I'm just gonna wait and see, and not put too much stock into other people's experience, and just kind of figure it out when I have to go through it for myself. And just take my time and be kind to myself in that healing process, because I know it'll be something. But I hear some people say, "Oh, I had my C-section and it was fine." And I used to work at a daycare doing admin, and some of my parents who had C-sections would. One lady had twins on Friday, and on Monday she was walking through the door, dropping her son off, her toddler, her preschool. It cut off. Is it back? Let me pull back up my thing. Okay, it's up there, but yeah, this lady walked back in the daycare like from Friday to Monday after having a C-section with twins, and she was just up and walking around. So it depends on the person. So we'll see. I'll definitely be documenting that process too. Hi Rachel, Bailey said, "Oh hi, not too much longer for both of us. Everything is going great. I am making my way through pregnancy, and I'm ready for this baby to come for sure." Um, she said, "Yeah, I love that yellow dress. It came from Zara. I got it. I've had it forever." Um, she said the moles come from hormones and they will fall off, most of them. Listen, I keep reading that. Um, and I pray that that's the that's the case. Another thing is the feet. My feet went from a size 7.5 to a 9, so I can't fit any of my shoes. So I'm hoping that um, my feet kind of go back to normal. But I hear some people say, "Oh no, my feet just stayed at my new size." So we'll see. Um, she said one of your friends' moles fell off within 6 months. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping that this the line on my stomach doesn't even bother me, but this random look at my skin. It's like two different colors. It's so random. And then it just stops right here because my back is like this normal color here. I'm just showing y'all all my business, but it drives me nuts. This random tan that just popped up on me. I was like, what is happening? It's crazy. Um, yeah, I don't mind the belly thing. And I haven't gotten any stretch marks or nothing yet either, which is surprising to me. I thought I would definitely have stretch marks by now. Oh, there's my mom. Hey mama, love you. I'm on the couch still, so I'm not doing much. I am resting. I'm gonna put my feet up as soon as I'm done. My mom just left here. My mom is a rock star, y'all. She got this menu together for this baby shower, and got this thing that came in town on Friday, early Friday morning, got this thing together, and it was beautiful. Everybody loved all the food, and I didn't even get to eat like that. I didn't post all the baby shower pictures. I'm gonna post them tomorrow on Instagram and Facebook. Um, and I guess I could post a picture because the community tab on YouTube only lets me post like a picture, but um, we'll see. We'll see how, if I don't have any footage, maybe I'll do like a video of like a slideshow or something of all the pictures from the shower, um, or something, because it was so nice. But I do have to get some people's permission, because people like my mom don't like to be on social media. So I have to respect that. Um, yeah, she said her. Thank you, Tanika, by the way. Your feet went back to normal after baby. I grew a size 2 at the end. And my feet have been bigger since the beginning. I can only wear these moccasins, and I went to go look for some more, and I can't find any more unless I go buy some Uggs or something. And I'm like, I don't want to spend all the money for the Ugg moccasins, and then my feet shrink back down, and then they're too big for me. So I'm in like slippers, or um, I don't even mess with socks right now because they kind of feel like they're cutting off my circulation. Um, but for the most part, it's slippers or those moccasins, like slip-on shoes. I can't fit my Uggs or anything right now. They're way too tight. Um, yeah. Her foot grew from a 7.5 to 8.5 and never went back. Lord, I'm like, no, I can't. I don't want my feet to be super big. I mean, not that a 9 is super big, but I'm 5'4", and I feel like sometimes certain shoes will look like I have flipper feet, and I don't want that. What are you talking about, Mama? I'll send you mine. I don't even know what I was just saying. Are you? Or maybe you're talking about some pictures or something. I think that's what she's talking about, sending me her pictures of the shower. I have so many pictures from so many people, and like, so many people posted stuff on Facebook, and I've been trying to get those, and it's just a lot. I need to just compile everything, but I really want to do probably tomorrow. Um, is look through the footage that my brother recorded, and hopefully I have enough to like make a baby shower vlog. Yeah, hopefully these feet get it together. I wish that I could show you, like, well, they're not that swollen right now, but on I'll probably post like another picture or two while I'm in bed tonight scrolling Instagram, probably on my stories, but I'll post like an actual post on my feed tomorrow. But Lord, when y'all see these feet, you'll see the picture changes because I start out in sneakers and then I switch to like my blue slippers, my house shoes, because it wasn't gonna work. It was not gonna work. Oh, my mom said she's gonna send me her Uggs. Okay. Yeah, she had some cute ones on the other day, and she won't try to let me put those on my feet then. So if you're gonna send them, I'm gonna take them. Oh, wow, a 9.5 to 11. How tall are you wearing a size 11 shoe? I'm 5'4", so I'm not the tallest, but I'm not exactly the shortest person either. But I have big calves at the same time too, so it's easy for me to look kind of short and stumpy if I don't know. I just things just have to be proportional or I look crazy. Oh Lord, 5'4" and a size 10 without pregnancy. Lord have mercy. Is it hard finding shoes like with bigger feet? I hope I'm not being like offensive either. Yeah. My mom is sweet. My mom likes to take care of everybody, y'all. She likes to rescue the world. I promise you. If you tell her you got a problem, she's going to try to fix it. Good night, Chandler. Thank you for coming in on the chat. 5'7.5". I like how you added that half because they asked me at the doctor, like, how tall are you? I'm like, I'm 5'4" some change. Like, don't forget my change. I always wanted to be taller. She said I'll probably end up with size 15s if you ever get pregnant. Yeah, my calves are so long, so huge. I used to run track and be in all the sports, and it was fine then. And I was really thin with big calves. And now that I'm getting fuller due to pregnancy, it's mostly belly and my face. My face, my hands, belly, and feet. But I'm still fitting like my maternity jeans that I bought in the first trimester and stuff. I can still fit that stuff too. So it's not too bad. But I'm not gonna rush myself with getting back to like my pre-pregnancy size or nothing like that either. Things are just kind of gonna have to go along naturally, you know. Um, she said, yeah, I had to order my Uggs. Lord, I always find my size online and get lucky at Target. DSW is a pain. I bet. I haven't been in a DSW in a while, but the last time I did go in there, I ended up getting some cute pink heels for like $3 from DSW with my coupons. They were on clearance, and then I used coupons, and the lady was so shocked because she's never seen that happen. They're like Steve Madden, and they are cute, and I hope I can get my feet in those because I don't know what I'm gonna do if I have to get all new shoes. The girls' calves were oh yeah. Yeah, I wasn't in a marching band, but I just played sports and stuff. But I was always like super thin, and everybody used to tease me about being anorexic or having like eating disorders and stuff like that. But I was just always real thin. I was a really chunky baby, and then I grew up to be like this. And then I got married, and that's when all my weight came on. 7th grade, I'm 5'7.5". Yeah, okay, so y'all tall, taller than me. I wish that I had your height. I wanted to model back in the day, and it wasn't gonna happen because I wasn't tall enough. I was a shorty, and well, I was skinny, but I was just short. 5'10". Yeah, I've had some changes too. Oh yeah, so me and Tanika are about the same height. Yeah. Yeah, well, I think at one point I said 5'5", but they humbled me on my license and was like, "No, sis, you actually 5'4", and that's what you gonna need to go with." She's size 11. She said I always had big feet. I used to say that helps me with balance when you dance. Or maybe that's why I don't have any rhythm or nothing because my feet have always been on the smaller. Like I've always been able to go in like, okay, I can go and get kid shoes and some shoes. Like if I bought Jordans or something, I could go and get kid shoes, so I didn't have to pay for the grown up price. Um, so my phone is about to die, guys. So I'm about to have to get off of here. She said I didn't blow up until the 5th grade. I didn't blow up until I was 25 when I got married. I went from, I think I was like 110 pounds to like 130 pounds within the first year of meeting Dion. Like we got married after 5 months, and by that next year, I think I was like 130 pounds. Oh wow, Dion has big feet. Oh, Jackie is short. And I'm calling you short, and I'm only an inch taller. Technically, I'm 5'3" and 3/4. There's a lot of short people. Some people look taller and stuff on YouTube, and then when I hear them say how tall they are, I'm like, dang, I just knew you were like tall and long. And then they're like, oh no, I'm actually 5 feet even. And I'm like, what? Jesus, you make me feel like a giant. Oh, Jamaica, keep going, girl. Keep going. I know it gets rough sometimes, but don't give up. Give yourself time, though. I will say that I like to tell people not to give up on their TTC journeys, but please remember to give yourself breaks and stuff here and there. I know you want to keep going and going and going sometimes, but it is so important to remember to take care of yourself and just kind of pause, take a deep breath, and regroup and get back into it. And that's what we were doing when I actually did conceive. It was like our break month, because I needed a mental break from the trying to conceive process, but also we were going on a trip and I didn't want to have to be planning fertility treatments around that. And it was much needed. She said I'll be 25 in 2 months. Oh, 25. I got married at 25. That was a good year for me. It was a good year for me. I'll be 33 in April. It's a rest. yes, I'm about to get some rest, some much needed rest and relax. But I really just wanted to come on and catch up with you guys, answer questions, give you updates and stuff because I know it's been kind of long. And I had people reaching out to me like, is everything okay? Everything is fine. It's just I'll be tired. And then it's just a lot pulling out all these lights and cameras and all this stuff sometime too. Um, it was nice chatting with you too. Thanks, Deanna, for coming. Yes, Alicia, Baby Bow is almost here. We are definitely on Baby Watch. I do want to do more vlogs and stuff. I just need to relax on the editing process. Um, just kind of just get it out and stop hoarding all this footage that I have. Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll try to be posted. I'll post a picture in my community tab, but on Facebook and Instagram, I'll be posting pictures from the shower tomorrow. So you guys can see like all the fun, all the decorations and all that stuff. So that you can see how everything turned out. And then you can see how big these cankles are down here. But before I go, I'll give you guys I guess another kind of bump shot. Oh, my tailbone is killing me, y'all. But Bo is big, and I'm losing all my body. Everything is just going here. It's oiled down and stuff now, but I don't have any stretch marks or anything. But he's a big boy. He's coming. Yeah. Hi, Sharon. Yeah, he's coming. But if I don't come on, just check Instagram or Facebook because I've posted something in my stories at some point. Some kind of update or something. So you guys will know that all is cool. Um, yes, he is growing. He is big. Yeah, see, I do look like I dropped. Me and my cousin were saying the same thing. It's like he's starting to get low. I just hope he's not getting too low that he wants to start making an exit. But yeah, he's getting down where he's supposed to get ready to come out. Yeah, he is dropping. Yeah, it is very interesting. In my baby shower pictures, just remember that I'm wearing a belt to lift him up so my stomach looks higher, but he is definitely getting low down there. I don't know if you can't really see, but he is, I don't know. He used to be up here a little bit more, and now he's just sinking down, ready to come. So yeah, I'm about to go to bed though, and rest. And I'll see you guys on Instagram and Facebook for sure tomorrow, and my stories and on the post because I'll make a baby shower post with about like pictures and stuff. So yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you later. Hopefully I start getting some more content up. I have a lot of footage. I just need to edit it all. So good night. I'll see you guys later. Where's this thing?